This is the last video of the day, and today we're at Riffy Diffie's profile in Comic Studio. Welcome back, and probably this is not my last video for this thing as well. This is the last video of the month, but unfortunately that sometimes that doesn't going to be for so well. In the last video, I'm probably not sure, this isn't going to be for the last video, I guess. So the last video on this thing as well, that is absolutely calling me for this thing as well, calling her this thing as well. But this is absolutely for the beginning from the previous video as well. And now this is absolutely going to be for a total announcement that she was or he was retired from the comic studio due to the lack of interest and amount of amateurish comics as well. The amateurish comics on the website as well, because of lack of interest and amount of amateurish comics in the website. This means that most of the studios will no longer be updated forever, which means it's absolutely already gone as well. So I'm probably sure this is the last thing of the update today. The assets of the background from the Baldi's Basics and the remastered has been put around this thing as well. So we're gonna be trying to talking about this later as well. And today I'm going to be very naughty tomorrow by the time of Christmas as well for the first day of the month. This thing or this video is going to be the last video of the month, and I'm going to be taking a look about the Helltalker Comic Studio. This is where I just saw something shocking around here of the bad ending about for some sort of Forza Horizon 4 parody. Unlike the MR2 update about here in this Forza Horizon 4 about this thing as well. And I cannot believe it. It was absolutely pretty non-entertaining or something as well, when in a set of Corsa that hits the toll and absolutely resulted for a bad ending for some sort of a very shocking, and that little anime girl has just freaked out. And so we're gonna be taking a look around of those characters around here and turning on some spoilers, because this comic studio was a lack of popularity was actually going to be for this thing as well. Unfortunately, this comic studio is abandoned forever, which means there's a lack of retirement around as well. So what about for the previous things as well? Since 2023, it was abandoned as hell. And I don't really think this is absolutely going to be gone as well. If this is absolutely going to be sawing this for my video, I'm probably not sure that she won't able to be respond again and forever as well. So there is no draft whatsoever as well. So we have some of those characters are the Modius, Lucifer, the Judgment, the Lore Master, the Azazel, Beelzebub. What the hell is this? I'm not sure. This is absolutely for a terrifying location name, which is, don't ever mention with that name anymore, because don't you dare say that location name in front of this country as well, for the capitalism as well, or a communism as well. I'm probably that we just tried to say this as well, so I don't want to say for this thing as well for that name that her name is. And the next name we got Justice, the Cerebus or the Kiribus, the Helltalker about this man from over here to take it all the way for this thing as well. Another one is Zdrada as well. The Police, or Officer Tenpenny, or some sort of Sergeant Cross, or Lieutenant Frank Mercer. And the bosses were the Subject 67, and the Skeleton, and finally Pandemonica was absolutely all for some sort of characters. And more characters, we got extra for many more of those things, such as Noob, and a real Propicuni demon as hell. So there must be Noob from Roblox, and we cannot able to be using for some studio crossovers. Next up, we got some of those objects as well. And we got some anything as well, the clock, and the wheels, like those things, the trees, seas as well, and many more of those things. Chains and other kinds of stuff, and locks, and the effects for the explosions, and chain broke down. The death icon. Since if the most of the effects are right, you recommended that added some backgrounds if you're going to add effects from some kind of comics as well. And finally, the backgrounds. We got some sort of... This is a puzzle game around here for something. Or some kind of characters, it was. And this is where that I just recently saw what the final stage it was. And that I just pretty saw for that scene in Forza Horizon 4. I mean, I just saw that scene during the Forza Horizon 4 parody. For some sort of like this thing as well. The channel is named Dioxide. And I certainly, some of the videos might still going so well. And I might get to be reviewed for some sort of like this channel later as well. But nothing is absolutely going to be another time as well. But what are these exactly? Some kind of very bad things is going on around here. So I might not think that the inappropriate things like this won't be looked so necessary about here before this. So, I might gonna be added one of those stages, and possibly added, we possibly always added Cookie Run characters, especially. We're gonna be putting around for enemies, like I guess. I'm probably going to be to do so. The Doom's Gate. And finally, this is actually going to be the Helltakers. The Helltakers like as well. So, well, what is this? The Lucifier's throne, the Queen's throne as well. So let's just gonna be seeing one of those characters. Or I'm gonna be taking a look one of those characters of them as well. So even they must be from hell, and I'm not sure. I don't really think this is going to be the Doom guy as well. This is Satan. And probably that I just know this guy as well, so I just seen this thing as well from the game as well, including Forza Horizon 4 parody. I think I should be able to be added for a little bit amount of time, and I might going to be finishing this for a pretty bit time as well, as fast as possible. So it's been an hour since we just added a bunch of Cookie Run characters from over here, and finally we see the results. Was ridiculous. As you can see, we added those hell things that we just already started around here from anything as well. And because you guys are just freaked out alright for just trying to do so as well, and we just eventually added superheroes against their monsters as well. And Doom guys like those things as well. We're starting all the way from their maze that we got Doom guys over here. We just eventually added Blossom behind the flames of Red Pepper Cookie. With absolutely going to be they're battling against those monsters such as Twisted Goob and Scraps. That Fire Spirit Cookie and Red Pepper Cookie are going to be battling against them. They tried to kill them as probably reduce so. And add for some sort of a battlefield like their extremely bosses, like their Nightmare Catnap, and so like those the Jijang monster and some kind of a Doom demon as well. Especially there must be an ink filmer as well for something as well. Because that Thor who has joined forces with Financia Cookie, String Gummy Cookie, and Buttercup are going to be battling against them as well. There must be for some sort of superheroes. We added Hulk, Iron Man, Wolverine, and Ben 10 as well. So there must be Ben over here as well. Because after we just eventually added Madeline Cookie and Wind Archer Cookie around here for preparing for some sort of battle as well. At the Doom of the Gates, that we got 2 Jijang monsters and more of the Doom demons as well, that added bendy monster like this as well. Even that we added for some sort of the Huggy Wuggy and Mommy Longlegs, including for some sort of Twisted Toodles and Catnap for just as well. And eventually we just added for something as Nutmeg Tiger Cookie at the front of the gate. At the hall, there must be Devil Cookie, Red Velvet Cookie around here, and some sort of Starchy Torte Cookie, and some big monstrous Boss Hound Cookie, 3 bendy demons, some sort of an unknown Doom guy as well, Burning Spice Cookie, Capsaicin Cookie, or Capsaicin Cookie as well. There is Dark Enchantress Cookie, and finally, there's a coup. That the leader of the Helltaker, or the Helltalker as well. What about some sort of a Helltalker as well, instead of one of those characters itself? And I think this is going to be the end of this video. But before we're going to be the end of this video, Helltaker is owned by Lucas Piscores Van Ripper. Did you know that Helltaker is owned by Lucas? It was owned by Lucas Piscores, or Piscores, like this as well. Helltaker is owned by Lucas Piscores Van Ripper. All of the assets is drawn by Lucas Piscores Van Ripper. Assets ripped, like those things as well. Assets ripped by Riffy Diffy using the Asset Studio. The icons cropped with avatarcropper.com. Helltalker Comic Studio changelog was absolutely from inside of this thing as well. Unfortunately, that was being abandoned for a long time ago, for 1 year ago, before it's going to be for 2 years ago for around here. That must be for the changelog, but unfortunately it was abandoned as well. So, unfortunately, once again, that I just already said, this comic studio is absolutely rated of age of 18 to view of those things, due to for the mild and appropriate use for some sort of content around here before. And guess what? That is it for this video, but it's absolutely in the description below as well. So, thanks for watching, for all your support, and don't forget the main website is going to be in the description below, as I'm going to be signing off, and I'll talk to you mini lads and Comic Studio users all later, as I'll be see you in the first day of Christmas.